Thank you, Macarena, and good morning, everyone. Let me share my screen. Okay. Okay, so welcome, everyone. Today we are going to be doing a training related with Omnichannel and how to integrate it with Microsoft Dynamics 365. Uh, just to start, I wanna let me Omnichannel for customer service. First, a potential of extends the Dynamics 365 customer service enterprise connecting their organization to digital messages channels. What it means that with this platform, I mean, with this additional app, you could uh, expand or uh, get additional functionalities to your CRM. Basically, or mainly in the customer service side. The idea is that you could connect CRM with many different type of chats. You could use SMS. You could connect CRM with many different social channels like Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, WeChat, Line. Additionally, you could use custom messaging channels. So if you want to configure a different one, is it possible to? You have custom channels available there, and you could configure by yourself. And if you want, you could connect using Omnichannel, you could configure the Microsoft Teams connection directly to CRM, and you could do a lot of different things that I will try to explain you on this webinar. Additionally, you could configure entity records. That is a functionality that allows you to do some like triggers that you could activate, and you could, you could activate different actions on Omnichannel based on specific records that you could create directly on CRM. Okay. Uh, well, let's start. So the agenda for today, I know that we at the beginning present an agenda with three main topics. The idea, and I want to do it more practical. I want to explain you how to set up the Omnichannel for customer service. I think that is important to mention how to install it, how to configure it, and the main things that you have to keep in mind when you are configuring the product. Probably you don't know how to get in or how to install it. So it's something that probably I have to clarify at the beginning. Additionally, I'm going to be just demonstrating how to configure a chat widget. It's something really easy that you could do it and you could include in your website. Sorry. Or that probably you want to include in your sales platform or in your store or probably in some other pages that you had in your company. So I want to explain you how to do it. And after that, I will show you how to use the WhatsApp functionality. And basically how it works. I want to show you that working. And in the same way, I want to show you how to configure this chat widget and how it works too. So I want to show you that, not just the theory. I want to show you that working. Okay, so to start, I want to show you the configuration process. Um, let me. Okay, let me this one. Okay, the first thing is that to install Omnichannel, you need to go to the Power Platform Admin Center. It's not something that you are going to do on Dynamics. I mean, you need to go to the Power Platform Admin Center. That I will show you how to do it later. On the environment page, select the environment which Omnichannel for customer service needs to be set up. So probably if you enter to the Power Platform Admin Center, you will find many different environments. If for example, in your company, you have development, QA, or production, you're going to find that environments there. So you need to define where is the location that you want to install it. This is something that at the beginning doesn't look really difficult. Actually, it's not difficult, but it's something that you need to be careful because, as probably you know, when you install solutions in CRM, it forms like layers. So the idea is that if you install one solution in one environment, try to do it in all of them, just to keep all the environments like equals. Okay, so at the beginning, I'm going to show you how to do it, how to install the functionality. Uh, to do that, and or after select the environment, you just need to go to the left panel and select resources, and you will find the Dynamics 365 apps there. And on the page, you just need to identify the Omnichannel for customer service and click on manage. Okay, so let's do this before. I mean, just let's do this now. And after that, we could continue. I want to just do it as soon as I just present you. Okay, so we are going to go to the admin power platform.microsoft.com. That's the URL, admin.powerplatform.microsoft.com. You just need to log in with a administrator or user, of course. And after that, you will go to the environments platform or the environment list. That basically is the list that I'm showing here. So I explained you previously, you just need to go to the Power Platform Center, just select the environment that you want to use it. For example, in my case, I'm going to use this environment, Optimus Demo Base. And after that, in the left side, you're going to find an option that should say resources, probably resources. And here you will find Dynamics 365 apps. Okay, just click there. And when you click there, you will find a lot of Dynamics 365 apps, but try to identify the Omnichannel one. That is going to be this one, Omnichannel for customer service. That's not configured yet. Okay. So just click in the three dots, and after that, just click on manage. It's going to show you a message telling you that you are going to be redirected. Just say okay. And here you will find the Omnichannel Manager platform or the admin center, but the Omnichannel admin center. Okay, I already have it configured this. So I'm going to show you the steps to configure this. But basically, I want to show you how to just came here. Okay. Okay, after that, so you just need to go to the Power Platform, select, and click on Manage. After that, on the Manage Omnichannel for Customer Service, just click OK. That was the small window that appears at the beginning. And you will find, if it's the first time that you are going to configure an environment, it's going to be like this. So you just need to click on this icon on the +1 or click on environment, and you will be redirected to this one. So it's going to be like a wizard that is going to be with you in all the process to configure the platform. So at the beginning, it's going to ask you to define the environment that you want to use for that installation. Just define the environment one, probably the development or QA environment at the beginning before try to use it on a production environment. I recommend you do it in a sandbox environment first. When you select the environment, you just need to select it, and after that, click on next. After that, you will be in the chat stage. That stage is going to ask you if you want to use the chat functionality. You just need to click on yes. It's not so complex. You just click on yes. And after that, you will pass to the SMS stage. That is going to ask you if you want to activate the SMS functionality. And here, you need to check this one. That is like an agreement. Basically, by checking this box, you confirm that you have read and agreed the SMS terms. Okay, so try to read it, and after read it, just check this. Okay, after that, you will be in the social channel stage. That is going to be the same. It's going to tell you that If you want to use channels like Facebook, Line, Twitter, WeChat, or WhatsApp, you need to activate this. Okay, it's like they are telling you that you are approving activate all these functionalities. After that is going to be the Microsoft Teams. That is going to be exactly the same. And at the end, you will find a window that is going to show you a summary. What is going to ask you for confirmation that everything that you just say that yes is going to be the things that you want to configure. Okay, so just click on confirm or on finish, and that will be all. At the end, you will find this window. That is going to be a window that present you all the services that you are going to be installing. If you don't want to use it one at the beginning, you could just leave it on no. But after that, you could activate it if you want. Okay, so this is a basic configuration that you need to do it, and it's the first one that you need to do, of course. If for some reason you don't see the omni-channel customer service here, because probably if you don't have it, you just need to go. Let me probably I didn't include that in the presentation, but if you don't see the solution there or the app there, just click here on resources on Dynamics 365, and here click on install app, and you will find the omni-channel here. It doesn't appear here to me because I already have it installed. But if it doesn't appear in the previous window, you need to install it in this place. Okay, so but at the end you will find the solution here in Dynamics 365. Okay, so that the first part is just install a solution and say yes to all the questions that probably they or that they request you. Okay. Okay, after that, when you install it, you will have access to these apps here. You will find two additional apps here, the Omnichannel Administrator and the Omnichannel for Customer. Okay, those are the apps that we are going to be using on the training, on the webinar. So let's start with this one, the Omnichannel Administrator. So when you enter to that app, you will find this menu that basically present you the channels that you could use it. Additionally, the queues and user configuration, you could configure bots as well if you want. The work streams that you need to configure, I will explain you what is that later. And the agent experience, that are a lot of functionalities that you could use it. And probably I'm not going to have time to explain all of this, but it has a lot of functionalities here. So I'm going to be covering the most elemental ones. And after that, we could do additional things. Okay, uh, let's continue with this. Uh, let's configure a chat widget. Okay, so to configure a chat widget, the first step is configure a work stream. So what is that? If you enter to the Omnichannel Administrator, as we did before, you will find the list of channels, and you will find a work stream section there. On that section, you will configure how the omnichannel is going to be listening the things that are happening outside. Okay, so let's do this first. So just sign into the CRM, choose Omnichannel Administrator, go to work streams, and create a new one. By default, you need to configure at least these values: the name, the work distribution mode, the channel, and the capacity. I will show you that. So let's go to this, to this one, and select work stream. By default, it's going to be, probably is going to be all of this. If you can see any of this, you just need to click on new and you could create it. Okay, let's see the live channel work stream. That is a channel that I configure just to do the chat widget. On this channel, I just configure a name, something like live chat work stream, the channel, that when you create a channel, let me just try to create a new one. And the channels you will find, I mean, you need to define a channel, Facebook, Line, WhatsApp, or a channel that you want. On our case, we are going to be using a chat in our website. So I'm going to use a live channel. The capacity, that basically is the number of messages that you could receive at once, at one moment, for each user. I mean, if you already got 30 messages, someone else needs to receive that message. You could configure after how many minutes do you want to close the session automatically, the conversation session. And additionally, you could configure if you want to use it, the word distribution push or pick. What is the difference? If you use push, it means that when the system receives a message, it's going to appear directly in your window and you could accept it or not. Or if you select pick, you need to go to a specific queue and select the message that you want to just receive. And so basically, I recommend use it push because it's more practical and it's more quickly. You could activate or define the presence that you are going to use, allowed presences. For example, you could configure available PC on hold or some other presences that you could define. Probably I could see here, busy, do not disturb, away. So by default, I always select available or busy, that are the states that should be on a customer service desk. Okay, and you could configure additional functionalities of computers. You could define variables, you could define skills. For example, you could define skills for your agents, and after that, you could configure rules to define who needs to receive a specific message based on the skills that the person has. You could configure routing rules if you need to define, or if you want to define more complex rules to define who's going to receive a message. I mean, this product has a lot of things that I really want to encourage you to try to read it and try to uh, identify what's better for you. So, but in this case, I'm just going to configure a work stream. That is the work stream that I already have it here. Just the channel, the capacity, and the name. Yep. And with that, you could start configuring the widget in your portal. Okay, so the first step, configure the work stream. That was the step that I already showed you. Just click on new, define the name, channel, capacity, and that's it. After that, you need to configure the widget. How to configure the widget? On the channels menu, identify the chat option and click on new. Okay, so let me do that. Okay, and after that, you need to define the information for the widget, the name, the language, the agent display name, and save the record. Basically, that's the main instruction. So on the channel menu, identify the chat option. So let me do this on the, okay, so just here in the work stream, you could click here on related and you could go to chat widgets. And you could just click on new and that's it. You will create a new one. Let's do it. Let's enter to the one that I already configured. So here you just need to define a name. For example, in my case, I just put a portal chat. Define the language. You could configure different languages for different chat if you had a multi-language website. You could define here the name that you want to present to your customers based on your user's name. For example, I'm just presenting here the first name, but you could just present the full name, the last name, or a nickname that you wanted. Probably first name is the suggested one. You could configure additional functionalities. Of course, I'm going to be passing in the most important ones. You need to select the mode. Basically, there are two modes, the live chat and the persistent chat. The live chat remain the conversation active for a while, and the persistent chat just remain the conversation without any specific period of time, like a expiration date. So if you could configure that and you could continue and you want to continue talking with the customer or have a long conversation, just use the persistent one. But most of the cases is the live chat functionality that almost always work. After that, the work stream is going to appear here because you start from the work stream, so it's going to be automatically filled. Uh, Enable proactive chat. You could configure if you want to start conversations, but at the beginning, it's not so much suggested. You could configure here if you want to enable attach documents or not. You could define if you want that your customer could send you documents or send you files, sorry, or you could enable agent sends files too. So it's going to be bi-directional, but probably you want to allow the agent send documents, but you don't want to your customer send documents to you. There are some companies that enables customers to send you files, but probably in some cases don't allow agents send files. I don't know. It depends on your business. Okay, you could configure here if you are using queues. You could configure if you want to see the position in the queue, the average wait time. You could configure additional functionality here. You could configure if you want to allow the user or the agent download the transcript. So it means that everything that you chat with your customer is going to be stored in a transcript in a file. And if you want to allow the customer download that conversation, you could activate it here. Okay. And if you want to send that transcript by email, you could configure it here as well. Okay. Okay, when you configure this, when you configure the chat widget, just define the fields that I just mentioned. You could configure automatic messages based on specific rules, like happy holidays or a lot of automatic messages. You just need to click on new message and define the rule. You could configure surveys if you want to send a service at the end of the conversation. And you could configure additional functionalities here, of course. And on the design one, you could configure the color, the logo, the title. There is a lot of functionalities that you could configure, a lot of features. Okay, at the end, you will receive this script that is the widget snippet. That is the one that you need. So what I'm going to do is that just take this script and include it in your website. For example, in my case, I just create a HTML file for the testing. That is this one. I just include the Optimus logo or the Optimus image here. And I include this chat here. So if you see let me show you the code for this page. That is real simple. Let me just open the code here. So it has an image, that is the Optimus image, and the script. That is the snippet that you are going to receive just directly from here. Just copy this, and just doing that, you will get a website with that Let's Chat button here. Okay. So if you click here, the Omnichannel is going to start. It's going to present you this window, and you could start chatting with your customer, like with the agent. Okay. Let's show you how to do it, how it works. So let me just change the app. So you should be in the Omnichannel for Customer app. And let me just change this to this and this. Okay. Okay. Let's say that on the left side you are the agent, and in the right side you are the customer that is just waiting, or that is going to start a conversation with an agent because want to ask something. Okay. This takes a couple of seconds to start. And it's something that you should be just do once at the moment. So don't worry about it. Okay, so this is the Omnichannel agent portal. That is going to be a portal that is going to present you all the work items are opened. I could define here as agent. I could define here my status. Let's say that I'm going to be available. I could define it as busy. I could define it as appears away or for the line. Okay. There is additional dashboards here that probably you want to use it just to analyze the information that is just happening in your system. Okay, but basically this is the initial screen. Okay, so let's simulate a customer that just arrives to your website and clicks on let's chat, and let's say that, hey, hi, um my name is Jorge, something like that. Okay, so immediately when a conversation starts, the agent is going to receive this, is going to see how many seconds the person I mean the waiting time that it's configured, and you could just accept or reject. If you reject, the conversation is going to pass to a different agent and it's going to be jumping until someone receives it. But let's say that I just click on accept, and it's going to be like visitor one because the CRM doesn't identify who's the person that is configured or that is chatting at the moment. So you could start chatting with the person. Hi, how are you? Something like that. You could start chatting with the person and the message is going to be appearing immediately. So here I could do a lot of things. Of course, this is the initial form that is configured by default, but you could customize in many different ways. If you start talking with the person, and if you identify who's the person that is talking to you, you could relate that person here. For example, let's say that is Jorge. And you will see here additional information that you already have it in your CRM. Okay. So if the person start talking to you, let's say that he wants to create a case, something like that, you could do it directly from here. Okay. You could create a case directly from here. You could see the cases that that person has opened. Additionally, you could see here if the person already answered a pre-chat survey, how many seconds he was waiting, and you could see a lot of additional things here. If you want to add some activities like an email, like if you want to schedule a phone call, you could do it directly from here. Okay, this is the CRM like regular functionality, but in the open channel side, that is this one, you could, for example, use a lot of different features here. For example, you could chat publicly. It means that when you chat, is going to be the customer is going to receive the message, but you could chat internally. So, for example, if you include some internal participants, like some another agent or another consultant, you could chat directly with them without the customer interference. Additionally, you could have here configured some quick replies that are many different replies that you could configure it in many different languages. And you just need to click it there and it's going to be just send that immediately. You could initiate a consult with another agent or supervisor. So if you want to escalate the situation or if you want to transfer that, you could do it here. uh, I mean, you could include someone else here, and if you want to transfer, you could do it with this button. Additionally, you could take notes on the conversation. The notes are going to be internal, and are going to be just for your use. You could have access to the knowledge article if you want it. And additionally, if you want to link this conversation to another one, you could do it. I mean, you could relay conversation as well. Okay, basically, this is the functionality that you are going to receive. You're going to have access to all the CRM. If, for example, you click here, you will see the information of the contact directly in the left side, in the right side, sorry. So if you want to do, or if you want to review additional things, you could do it here. you could configure another form, or you could do another things here. By default, when you receive a conversation, you will be on busy immediately. And when you close or when you end a conversation, you will be available again immediately. Okay, so let's click on end. And as you can see here, or probably let me see the activities. So as you can see here, there is an activity that was created immediately when I end the conversation. You are going to read here all the information regarding to the conversation. If you enable the transcript, it's going to be available here for your download. If you remember, when I configured the channel, I didn't activate the chat transcript functionality. But if you have it activated, you will see here, and if you want to download, you could do it. Okay. If you want to send it to the customer, you could do it as well. So this is something really cool because you could have so many different channels available there, as I showed you before. So it's really interesting. Okay, so let's go back to the presentation, and I'm sorry because I just get involved with that. Okay, so for configure the widget, you just need to go and get your snippet and paste it in your website, and that's it. Okay, let's see the WhatsApp functionality just working. I cannot configure it directly with you because basically includes a couple of steps. But I will show you, or I want to mention some elements that you have to keep in mind to configure that. So the first thing is that you have an environment, of course, as your environment. You need to have a Twilio account. The interaction between CRM, Omnichannel, and WhatsApp is not direct. It's through Twilio. So you need to configure a Twilio account that basically is a SMS account, but Twilio already has the functionality to activate WhatsApp messages directly on Twilio. So what we did is just configure a Twilio account, and with the information that you are going to receive it, you could configure it directly in the channel. On the Twilio account, you need to configure a Twilio number. So on the Twilio portal, you need to configure basically a US number that you are going to use to incorporate it with the CRM using Omnichannel. Okay. On this website, you will find the step-by-step process, but basically, I'm going to show you how it's configured at the end. If you enter here, let's enter to the Omnichannel Administrator, and let me show you how it's configured at the end. At the end, you are going to have two elements: a work stream, of course, a WhatsApp work stream that doesn't have too much information, a name, a channel, a capacity. The same thing that we had at the beginning. And it's going to be on push. Okay. And here you don't need to have anything configured. It's going to be really basic. But the, the, the main configuration is going to be here on the channel. So on the channel, you need to select WhatsApp, and you need to create a WhatsApp account here. It's not an account, it's just a record, but I just put it WhatsApp account. You need to put the account SID here, and you need to put the authentication token here. This information, I mean, you will get this information from Twilio. So when you configure the account in Twilio, you are going to receive two elements, the account SID and the token. With those information, you need to put that information here, you need to save it, and the CRM is going to generate this one. It's going to generate the Twilio inbound URL. You need to put this URL in your Twilio account. Okay, that's the way to connect both platforms. So you're going to receive some Twilio information and put it here, and you will send this information and put it in Twilio portal. Okay, I'm going to share with you this probably in the chat, or I don't know. Yes, probably in the chat. I will do it as soon as I find it, how to do it. To, let's say that is going to be easy, everyone. Okay, I already chat the URL, and on that URL, you will find a step by step. Okay, after that, you need to configure the phone number. The phone number that you need to create on the Twilio account. Okay, so you need to create that phone number there, and you need to put the phone number here. When you put the phone number here, this option is going to appear. I mean, basically it's going to be there all the time, but you need to click on validate. And if everything is right, I mean, if the phone number is correct, if the Twilio bond is correct, if everything is right, it's going to be like this. I mean, it's going to tell you that your account is already validated. Okay. So basically, those are the things that you need to configure. And the functionality is going to be the same functionality that I just showed you in the previous chat. But I want to show you, of course, again, but with the WhatsApp. So what I'm going to do it now is that I'm going to show you my WhatsApp. Let me just show you my computer here, my phone, sorry. And so let me move this window that doesn't want to move. Okay. So this is my phone, and you'll get to the WhatsApp of your company. I mean the WhatsApp, the corporate WhatsApp. And let's say that you could just chat. Hi, I need help. I need help with something, whatever that you want. Okay. So when you WhatsApp to the corporate account or the account that you configured there, a message shall appear. It's not totally quickly, but at the beginning, I mean the first time, but when you start conversation, it's going to be quickly. So as you can see here, I saw the window. I'm just receiving a WhatsApp message, so it's different. The first one say live chat, this one say WhatsApp, and it say that is from Jorge Castro. It already identifies a person. So if I click accept, the person is going to be here immediately. And it's going to be here because on the contact, probably I already have my phone number registered. So the Omnichannel is going to identify immediately the person is going to present me the information here. You could configure the information that you want to present here, of course, but it's going to be immediately. Okay. So as you can see here, you could see that I already activate a lot of conversation before. You could go there, you could see the notes, you could see the documents that you generate in those conversations, but it's going to be exactly the same way. It's going to be the same thing. So when you click here, you will see the message immediately here. So at the beginning, so when you just establish the connection, it's going to be probably 5 or 10 seconds at most. But after that, when you start chatting, you will see that is going to be really quick, as you can see here. I just chatted and it appears immediately. Okay, so it's a really cool functionality that you could incorporate really easy in your system. You just need to configure the Twilio account. That is probably the thing that's going to take you more time at the beginning, but after that is going to be something that is going to work really cool on the CRM, and it's going to allow you to do a lot of things. Let me try to activate the scripts that I don't see here. I don't know why. WhatsApp stream. It was I chat. Is it? Okay. This is the enable at no, sorry, is this one. Allow download transcript, allow email on transcript. So you need to activate both of them. And if you activate send on email, you could define the email template that you want to use and the mailbox that you want to use for sending those those scripts. Okay. Okay. So let me share. Okay. So those are that's the functionality that I wanted to show you. And basically, if you want to try by yourself, you could go to this instance. It's a Optimus demo instance that is available. You could just enter the Omnichannel is already configured there, so you could try it. And you could create additional channels. You could create additional widgets, and it's going to be really practical for you. Okay. So that's it for today. At the beginning, as I mentioned in some introduction, the Omnichannel product has a lot of functionalities, and it's something that I think that probably you need to review it on detail to get more advantage of the product. Okay, so thanks all of you for your time, for your participation. If you have any question, you could send me an email. I will send you the material, or if you have any question, I could answer you. So thanks a lot for your time, and see you in our next webinar. Thank you.